Hello and welcome to Men of Bourbon. I am George.
And I'm David.
And here we are. We got our first full-length episode. We're going to be reviewing a whiskey cold brew from Kentucky Coffee.
Looks fairly interesting.
Yeah, it should be interesting, I think. I hope interesting good, not interesting bad. I looked to see what kind of bourbon's actually in this. It's actually Kentucky. It's just Kentucky bourbon. It's not like that's the brand.
The brand is Kentucky
Yeah,
bourbon.
so I
Do they
think-
have any other similar products?
No, I'm only aware of this one. I'm afraid this is what they used to put in the Osco bottles when they did Osco bourbon. So we're going to have to see what we got. But it should be interesting, nothing else.
Okay.
So we thought we'd go in a little bit about why we're doing this this YouTube channel, too. The interesting thing about this is it was kind of born in a department store, of all places. We're out Christmas shopping, doing the family Christmas shopping. This is my son-in-law, David, by the way. He married my daughter, and I haven't forgiven him yet. And we've got, we were sitting there complaining about the loss of Marshall Fields, because we're, from Chicagoland. And we started talking about various bourbons, and the thought of a YouTube channel came up. It was David's idea. And tell us what you thought going into this.
So I thought that we like to riff on each other a lot. We have pretty good rapport. There's a lot of good repartee just in the individual conversations that we have. We both share a pretty deep interest with alcohol, and particularly bourbon and whiskeys overall. So it just made natural sense for us to start with this sort of product.
So David just set the bar high, saying we have a good repertoire, and we'll see. This is probably going to be a repartee. Yes, you can see it's already a train wreck. So here we go. All right, our first product we're going to review, and I've got a few lined up for us. So we'll be trying to put out a video every week. But the first one we got is Whiskey Cold Brew. This is a coffee product. It's 5.9% alcohol. The company is Kentucky Bourbon. I tried to do some research thinking it might have been like some known brand whiskey in it, but it is not. But here we go. My impressions of the packaging is it's rather nice, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It doesn't look too generic. I've got high hopes for this. It does say a premium mixed cocktail made with whiskey, cold brew coffee, concentrate, and natural flavors. The old natural flavors. What do you think, David?
Gives you that saloon vibe, Wild West.
Oh yeah.
Deep Kentucky, and the font is obviously perfect. Everything is on theme and flavor for the beverage. Looking forward to trying it.
All right, let's crack this puppy open.
All right, I'll give you the honors.
Oh, thank you. Well, clearly, we're serving this chilled. It's spent the night in the refrigerator.
So it'll be lukewarm.
Now this weather here, I could have just left it outside. It's we're in the Midwest, for you guys don't know, and it's about -12 out right now.
All right, lightly sweetened.
It is slightly sweetened. And by the way, if you guys
aspartame?
are probably, if you guys are interested in this, it does also come in a mocha and a vanilla flavor. And if these are good, we'll try those and review them as well. This is just black coffee and bourbon, though.
Concentrate. It does recommend serving chilled or on the rocks, so we did meet that criteria. Maybe with the next beverage, we will make sure to have that done with it being on the rocks. 5.9%.
Yeah.
Solid. Let's crack it open.
And if you're in Minnesota, Hawaii, Iowa, or Vermont, you will get 5% back for your can. And
I don't want anyone from any of those states to be watching the video. So.
it's not like they're Canadian. Jesus.
All right.
There we go.
Down the half.
It looks exactly like I would expect bourbon and coffee to look.
You know what? It's actually a pretty strong scent, too, which I'm actually happy to hear. I thought it would smell a lot more than simply the whiskey.
Yeah, actually, it smells.
It smells mostly like coffee.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be too bad. I don't think it'll be too strong, but
No. All right. Cheers.
Prost.
I wouldn't say lightly sweetened. I would say mostly sweetened so far.
Yeah, this is Starbucks sweet.
Not Starbucks prices though, thankfully.
Are you kidding? This thing was crazy expensive.
Was it really?
This was like $20.
As you can tell, he bought the product.
You get the next one. It did foam up a little bit. It's more of like a coffee foam. This is not carbonated at all.
You know what? The presentation's super good though, right?
Yeah.
It foams a pretty decent amount. And I only used what, half of the can maybe? Yeah, half the can. I love it actually.
It's pretty good.
You know what though? This isn't something I would have a lot of in one sitting because it does feel really strong in just the sweetness.
Yeah.
I actually wish it was less sweet.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how the mocha and the vanilla will be if the black coffee is as sweet.
No.
They'd probably be extremely sweet. Contained by the Kentucky Coffee Whiskey Company.
Which means that this is probably their primary product.
I would think so, yes. KentuckyCoffee.com for those of you interested. I'm trying to see how much caffeine is in here.
I can't see how much caffeine. Does the box have any extra information?
Let's see. It doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope, that seems like an online-only bit of information you can. Wonderful. Misleading for the investor and consumer.
Well, yeah, I guess this is now we're learning we need to do better research. Right? So,
we knew that going into it.
I'm trying to.
Does it taste any different coming from the can?
I don't know, but you know what? I'm getting honestly as I taste this, I'm getting hit with the flavor of like a house brand coffee, something like a Folgers, not like a premium coffee.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a whiskey or bourbon specifically, almost an aftertaste. When you first dive into this, you're not getting the kick of the bourbon that I expected actually when we got this. It's 5.9% alcohol. And in retrospect, I guess you shouldn't expect too much because it means it's mostly coffee. Yeah, you're not. If you want something, just this would be great if you wanted a whiskey drink when you're done mowing your lawn, when you might traditionally have a beer. You have a chilled one of these because it's not overpowering in the alcohol flavor at all. It's very coffee flavored. I'll be honest. I do wish they'd probably used a better blend of coffee. Something
very flat overall for the actual coffee flavor. Tasty, but leaves a lot to be desired, at least for me. Out of the coffee beverages that I've had, I would say this honestly ranks fairly low, which is a little bit disappointing. But I'm enjoying it, but there are things that in my mind, just tasting it, make me yearn for a different beverage.
Yeah, if you're used to Irishing up your coffee, this is going to be weak.
This is not that. Absolutely.
This is a completely different experience.
This is not your Baileys.
No, it's not.
No.
But it's not bad. Value for cost. I don't think it's there. It's a little expensive for what it is. It's probably not helping that we're drinking in the coldest part of the year either. But for a summertime beverage, it might be okay. But again, I don't know that I would buy this again, other than to maybe try the other two flavors for the channel.
No, that's actually something I'm curious for. I think if the vanilla or mocha, because it's vanilla and mocha, correct?
Yeah.
If vanilla isn't flavored, it will actually pair significantly better. Just thinking about bourbon cakes and those typically pair with vanilla. That might be significantly better than this. But this is leaving me with a lot to be desired.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give this about a 5.
Yeah. Too generous for me. 3.
Well, we won't be getting a sponsorship from Kentucky Coffee. That is clear. But what we do have is 2 more drinks to try with this. We'll pick those up and let you guys know how we think that those go too. I agree. It might be better with the vanilla.
Do you think that this could be paired with something else or mixed with something to make it better?
More bourbon.
Yeah,
better bourbon.
Significantly better bourbon, different coffee.
Yeah.
So basically deconstructing the entire beverage.
Yeah. Should we try to recreate this on our own?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thinking about just adding a little bit potentially to cream to this, and it doesn't need to be sweet cream, I think would help a lot.
Yeah, I think it might as well. It is very sweet.
Yeah, I would love the sugary taste to be muted a little bit, because I drink my coffee black or a little bit light, and I'm trying to compare it for what for example, my wife, his daughter, drinks. Even with that, I think this would be too sweet. I have things with much lower sugar and cream content, and if this had anywhere matching that amount, I think it would be significantly better.
Well, what we could do for the second part of this episode is recreate this. Lord knows if we got plenty of bourbon around the house.
That's a good idea. That's a fun idea too, because then we could consistently have cocktails on and see if we can present it better than pre-made cocktails, because looking online, nobody reviews pre-made cocktails.
That's a good idea. Yeah. See, now we have purpose.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna pause. Be right back with our own version of Kentucky Coffee.
Perfect.
We're back, and we've decided to recreate the Kentucky Coffee. We went through a few bourbons. We decided to use Knob Creek. This should give us the opposite effect, I think, of what we have because Knob Creek's about 50 proof.
All right. And just immediately, the smell is significantly better.
Yeah, it definitely smells better than the Kentucky coffee.
Right.
Now we're mixing this. We're using a pretty good bourbon, and we're putting it in Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yeah.
It's Dunkin' Donuts K-Cup coffee. So we're set the bar low on that, but hopefully
intentionally. We
yes.
wanted to see what we could make with the basis of products.
I don't think that I'm going up to that line because this is an oversized shot glass.
Perfect.
I don't think that they're using like real high quality coffee on the Kentucky coffee either. As I said, it really this was not a Starbucks quality coffee. It was not, and it wasn't honestly.
It's not your Arabica mocha blends.
No, it tasted like Folgers or something.
Sure.
And honestly, the bourbon tasted was overshadowed by the coffee.
You know what? It gave me vibes of waking up in a Motel 6 or your days in and getting the coffee right before you go
coffee.
out. Getting your free coffee right before you go out to see the alligators out and by.
There you go. That's Maxwell House, right?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is way better.
This is, well, it tastes like bourbon coffee.
It does.
Yeah, it does. And
this tastes like what this
should be trying to be like.
It was going to taste. Yeah. Because again, it's black coffee. It's and bourbon. It's a good bourbon.
Mm-hmm. Knob Creek here for this thing.
Yeah, Knob Creek. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna hold up the used K-Cup. But this is a much better drink than we had. And this is hot. If we poured this over ice, I think it'd actually be really good.
I think it'd be significantly better.
Yeah.
You could even add in a tiny bit of milk or cream just to give it a little bit of a smoother flavor.
Not that Knob Creek isn't smooth.
No.
That's pretty good.
This is wonderful. You notice the flavor of both, which is something I really struggled in with the Kentucky coffee. It was really difficult for me to get any semblance of the bourbon flavor. Not that I have a particularly deep tongue for it, but it's something that I think I should notice just on taste immediately. This, I get both.
Yeah, no, you definitely get this in both. And again, that's the problem I had with this too. It tasted like bad. I hate to say it tasted like bad coffee. I'm not trying to bash these guys. There's a market each year, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. I would not be surprised if this did really good just based on what they're trying to do. Mm-hmm. But I think as soon as they have competition, I think they might be helped by competition, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'd think that the competition might be able to actually help them develop a little bit stronger than the product that they have right now. And not that it inherently is a bad product. It needs a little bit of work, I think, in order to appeal to a wider range of people.
I agree. This is not going to appeal. That's the problem. I think you just nailed it, actually. It's not going to appeal really to a bourbon drinker because you don't taste the bourbon. And it's not going to really appeal to a coffee drinker because the coffee really was not the best coffee I ever had.
Exactly.
But this, however, with mediocre coffee and good bourbon, not bad.
Perfect. A little bit of burn, not too much burn. Enough to get the flavor on the front end of your tongue, where you get a little bit of.
You can definitely feel that oaky smokiness from the barrel, which is what you want in bourbon. You still taste it with the coffee, and the coffee is going down pretty smooth too.
And shout out to Dunkin' Donuts for making wonderful K-Cups.
They did. They made a K-Cup that pairs perfectly with Knob Creek bourbon.
I'm
sure
don't know
if that was true.
Yeah, they're absolute objective in product, I'm sure.
It should be. It should be. Next time I go there and I talk to the crew, I'm gonna ask them.
At the drive-thru window, which of these do you guys get drunk with when you're on shift?
No, this is excellent. This not so much. So I would give as a beverage, I'd give this an 8. I gave this a 5.
Sure.
David?
Similar. I think I was a little harsher on the Kentucky coffee. I did give it a 3. And you know what? I still stand by that. Way too sweet for my particular taste in coffee. Not enough of flavor out of the bourbon. Just really weak overall product. Knob Creek still crushing it. Always doing the work that they need to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is a great. We will review this too eventually.
Sure.
Although, so we've already reviewed it a little bit. But we'll do a review on this as well. And we have some really exciting stuff coming up actually, as far as our full length episodes. We've got I think I mentioned in one of the shots that we have a very old bourbon that probably you're not familiar with. I'd be very surprised.
I would be shocked if anyone has been associated with this product in any way.
I couldn't believe he found it, to be honest. It's been gone for a long time, and he found it. So we'll be reviewing that. We've got a this kind of set the bar low, but we also have a blended whiskey beer that we're going to be taking a look at. Yeah, that should be fun. We've got a couple of different whiskeys we're looking at, and we're going to do implements too. So I've got a bourbon smoking kit that I'm really excited to try out. We'll do right here on the channel as well. And something I'm also very excited about. I'm gonna load up the Temu cart with bar stuff, and we'll see how we like that.
Looking to mix and match products as much as we can.
Yeah. I have a feeling the Temu, based on what I bought from Temu before, it can be hit and miss. I mean, I think it's better than Wish. So we'll see.
Again, we're setting quite high bar here at Men of Bourbon.
But that's probably going to wrap our show for this week. As always, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe, because that's how, more people can enjoy the show.
And how you can enjoy it again.
That's right. And that's it for this week. So, pros.
Cheers.